Oh,
I guess I got to pull my volume down.
no, it should be all right. Since you're on fire. No, it should be all right.
There we go. That's
Yes,
straight.
No.
How's that look on your guys' end since you guys are there?
looks good, but all we see is a door.
Well, I hope so.
Where you at?
I'm at camp.
Camp Freedom.
Camp Freedom!
Oh, I like it. You see what he put down to buy good burgers? I like that.
I forgot to tell him not to holler to neighbors or sheep.
No.
That's why I didn't shout it.
I'm going to get the bullhorn out.
Oh, what's that footprint? I guess that's the.
It's a very busy camp. What can I say?
Lots of traffic. Busy campground.
It's like something's in there or something. Well,
Oh, no. He's already hallucinating. Get him off.
It wasn't because of anything I fed him. Hi, Mama Jan.
hi, Mama Jan.
Hi, Mama Jan.
My meatloaf is not that bad. It does not cause
Oh,
harm.
no.
It is not spiked with anything.
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah.
Positively.
Unless you have weird reactions to smoked paprika, and yeah.
I can get on, but I ain't got a tripod. I guess I have to get find a tripod.
I think there's a tripod waiting on you.
I know.
You got it. Where are you? You said you'll be here about like 20 minutes ago. An hour ago.
We had one cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm busy with some cigarettes. You didn't expect anything less, did you?
No, not from you.
Yeah, Mama Jan, the Camp Dustin's Inn's right along a state highway. Like real close to a state highway. About 3 feet.
Yeah, you actually visited where Dustin is.
Yeah, Mama Jan's been here.
See, Mama Jan called me a tease because I didn't give her the definite answer. I said maybe.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of new things happening, a lot of changes, all for the better.
He always said big things popping, little things dropping.
Yeah, something like that.
And how we got so much light here. Let me show you my Apocalypse Now kind of lighting.
What the hell is all that? It's like a carnival.
Oh, is that a Camp Freedom flag right there? I think it might be.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hang on. I have to stretch it out to see.
I was going to say, we don't have any breeze tonight. It's supposed to be 49 degrees. There you go.
Gotta make your own breeze.
Now, this is definitely different, but it's home. Because Camp Freedom is home.
Hey, there's Laura. Hi, Laura.
Oh, hi, Laura.
Hi,
Wow.
Laura.
Good to see you.
Hope everything's going well for you.
I guess I'll see what I got here. I'm right up in this. Nope.
Don't have enough what?
What do you think?
He really does have to roll cigarettes.
Y'all are just joking, see? Just hang
No,
on.
It's not a Camp Freedom flag. It's the Camp Freedom flag.
Well, we have another.
And yes, Mama Jan, 1776 Camp Freedom is wherever we are, and where we are is home. Figuratively speaking.
That's great, Laura. I saw where you had your surgery. If everything's working out good for you.
And I heard about that. And I hope everything's going good as well.
Glad to see you here. Sure. Yeah, it's his home away from home, Mama Jan. He's in the front yard. He went a long ways.
Got something for you.
That's it. I'll be there in a minute.
How'd the move go? Smooth, simple.
Oh, yeah.
It's the headache of unpacking the move.
Yeah, I've still got a lot of unpacking to do. I'm going to have to pack it back up. We got to rearrange and then repack.
Rearranged on top of rearranged before we even move.
And then it looks like there's probably going to be... I'll let Dustin catch you up there, Laura.
The move. So, all right, long story short, Camp Freedom was on a 1-year lease, and the lease is up. And one thing that Patriot Q said, and he said on multiple occasions, you have to be self-sufficient. And in the way of doing that, teaching-wise, is gold mining. I'm not going to give all of the story up. That's Q's department.
Better not.
You have to save a little bit for you.
Let's go and get started in time.
I'm learning. Brutus is learning.
Yeah, for me, I thought you'll start at the end.
Well, the move was long and hot.
Wasn't that long?
It took 3 trips. Took 3 trips
Total of 3.
to get home, get everything home.
3 trips you have. But it was only long because of how hot it was.
We had to conscript a friend of ours who had a pickup to help pull one of the trailers. We brought Maxie home. And
There's a caravan. 1776 Camp Freedom Oral Expedition Caravan. First of its kind.
yeah.
With Brutus.
Home on wheels, the camper. And our friend brought home Maxie. We were loaded to the gills.
Yeah, we were loaded up.
And yesterday, we picked up the stage trailer and everything that was left.
Mm-hmm. Why is it so quiet out there?
Well, if you've been paying attention to Johnny Appleseed and with what their readings, I just wanted to go further on what I believe Camp Freedom, in my opinion, is. Johnny Appleseed has been readings many times, and if you listen carefully, it explains what this country is, what you are to this country. And being self-sufficient to that extent is a very good start.
Well, this country is being run by a corporation called the U.S. government. And it's been put in place by the elites who have decided that they want to rule the world because they have the most money and we're not going to let them do it because they can't figure out how to take the Second Amendment. Now, that's the whole thing in a nutshell.
And I am proud to be a member of 1776 Camp Freedom and then Some Again Incorporated.
Yep, that's the thing. There's plenty of gold out there to be had. Most people don't understand that less than 10% of all the gold on the planet has been recovered, and that includes all the way back to the kings and queens of ancient Egypt and all the gold that they acquired, all the gold acquired in South America, all the gold acquired here in the upper northern hemisphere, western hemisphere. So, fact is, there's a lot of it out there to get, and another fact is, it's real money, guaranteed by our Constitution.
Amen. Oof.
So it
And
was
yes,
it
Mama
was a
Jane's right.
simple,
I got gold fever.
it's a simple, easy marriage to put Camp 1776 Camp Freedom and Oro Expeditions together as one.
That's right.
And now let the fun begin.
Freedom.
I'll
I'm
be here in
pretty
a minute.
sure.
I'll be here in a minute.
There you go. I'm pretty sure that there's gold in Nebraska. Q, is there gold in Nebraska?
There is, but it's in limited areas.
I would say, yeah, there's a couple of claims in Nebraska. And GPA have a claim or two.
Um,
I know Wyoming does, Colorado does, Montana does. So everybody that's around does. I imagine there's some somewhere.
Does Nevada have gold?
Nevada's the number one state out of all 50 for gold. Some people think it might be Alaska, but it's not. It's Nevada.
What part of Nevada?
all of it.
All of it. You walk in Nevada, you're walking on gold and silver.
Can't complain there. Mama Jan tried to rat me out, saying I have the gold fever. Ah, I know I do.
Yeah, you got to touch some.
And it's like Q says, you are the first person to ever see this. Ever. You are the first and only person to ever see this gold that you find. And that, I have the comments on, and I see through the comments that file. Oh, the gold fever's real. Oh, the gold fever's real.
Listen.
Oh, buddy. Whoa. You ready?
Yeah, there's I think in the western end of Nebraska.
It's like Indiana.
It's like north of 80, I think.
Yeah, it's like,
North of 80 in the western end, I think. If there is any, that's where it would be, because that would be the closest to
there isn't
the
any
other states I
claims, but
named.
there are some places that it's been.
Yeah, it's in the vial right now, so it's hard to see. But those are all the large pieces for the Georgia gold we just went and got. I better go out. Dustin's going to pass out.
Breathe, Dustin.
Breathe, Dustin.
I'm breathing. I got a shovel in front of me in the post hole digger. I'm ready.
All right,
Axe, mullet.
Put everybody on regular same size, all the same size till I get out there.
Whoa, that's a good one.
I'm not used to this more than.
I'm gonna put command gun the other direction.
Vaccinated, hello.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Hey, there's
Now
a chat.
you're gonna have a anomaly in videos.
That don't happen. All right. I'm on my way out. You gotta come too.
And you got to mute. Somebody's got to mute it when you come out here.
Out the door.
I'm gonna mute.
It's dark out here.
No, we're all at home at the house right now, Laura.
Camp Freedom.
We moved everything out of Camp Freedom
There's the buddy.
and
Okay, boy.
are at the house
Who's
at the
that?
moment, and we're
Yeah.
on the hunt for a permanent piece of property, one that we can buy instead of lease, where we can build a permanent campground. Or I'm also doing some research on campgrounds for sale near where there's gold mining.
So we can put the two together.
We've got a lot of we're all in research mode right now. And we're getting ready to take a trip and go see some of these gold properties in person, maybe stop and see some of the campgrounds in person. And we're kind of planning a roundabout itinerary, I guess you would say. Thinking about, we haven't decided if it's September, so we better go the northern route first. The original idea was to go the southern route first, come up through Nevada, Arizona, Nevada, maybe Northern California, and then come back the northern route, and with the idea of stopping in Herkimer, New York, and picking up some Herkimer diamonds, and maybe stop and see the Jared family in Johnson City, and then back to the house. So there were a lot in the planning stages right now, but we wanted to do some lives, keep things going with the lives, because we want to do a lot of lives on our trip, take everybody with us. Probably through Oro Expeditions, though. I've got it set up on StreamYard where we can stream on both Oro Expeditions and
This is the beginning.
Ad Republic, so that nobody will miss out. Are you going to narrate, Q, or are you just going to wander around?
What's
There
that?
you are. Mama Jan wants to know what's funny, Dustin.
Hey. Nothing, just
Well, somebody out there has to unmute. I can't hear anybody.
He's right when he said nothing. It was over there somewhere.
he was just checking out the trailer, that's all.
Oh, I know why I can't hear anybody. I got my sound turned down. There we go.
Well, turn it up.
Well, I had it turned off because if I have it turned on while you're in here at your computer, it causes an anomaly.
Yeah, turn it up. I get back there a little bit. I scare myself. I'm too close to them.
Yeah, and it looks like a used car lot or a used trailer lot or something out in the front yard.
Looks can be deceiving.
We have the camper. We have the stage trailer. Max is in the driveway.
I can hear it. You got to speak up. There's a lot of traffic out here.
I see that much traffic.
We gotta wait and do this about midnight when everybody goes to bed.
I kind of made it worse. You did a layout like you're doing there. HQ on the far side, you in the middle, and me right here.
I'm right there.
No,
He's down there.
There you go.
It's like Hollywood Squares.
Well, now you messed it up. What's going on? You're confusing me.
Now, no, see the little things on the door come together now for all you OCD people. Like
Oh
little-
yeah, backwards.
What thing's on the door? I didn't know anything on the door.
The whole door.
Oh, I guess it goes this way. Nope.
It does. The other way is good.
There's that.
It might get a little loud, but I'm going to show you something. It might actually show up. Let's see if it does. My vinyl crew was busy today.
Oh, yes. New pictures.
I turn this way, maybe you can see it.
Yeah.
How about that shot?
Wow, what good looking vinyl that is, Miss Palmer.
I like the way that looks in the camera. Yep. And just so everybody knows, if you look right over here, it says the blue. And we can go over here on the other side. I got a little close to the trailer on this side. But there's the one on the other side.
Yeah, I design them. Dustin puts them together, and him and Q.
Excuse me, who designed that?
Well, the rat. What is it? The
Rat rods.
rat. Yeah, something about rats. Rat rods.
The rat rods.
Hey, you forgot one.
If you grew up in the 70s, you know who the rat rods are.
You forgot one, Patriot Q.
What?
Maxie.
No.
Oh yeah. I don't know if that'll show up though. Just something make me walk back across the yard. But he's right. Do need to show it off since it's the newest addition to the crowd, to the party. Let's see. That's the one that was on Maxie, which is one of our magnetic signs. See if I can get over here in the corner. Without dropping the camera.
Ruby's sitting down on the other side of the motorhome in the woods. Ruby's in the woods.
Oh, I
Oh,
gotta move this tub out of the way.
he's showing up.
Yeah, but the tub was in the way.
And there's the Oro Expeditions website and holographic.
Yeah, the reflection of the light hits him. Because Max got flat. She's flat. There's a good shot.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the new vinyl. Maxie got the newest stuff. It's hard to do, walk through this dark yard with this light shining in my eyes.
Yeah, we're going to practice on Coffee Cup tomorrow.
Oh no, does your machine take a coffee cup?
No, the vinyl that she bought the first time is the adhesive for mugs.
Well, thank you, Laura. Yeah, I've been thinking about you a good bit since your daughter posted about your cigarette. I'm glad rehab's going well.
Somebody's setting off fireworks somewhere. Yeah, I've been watching your Facebook, Laura, paying attention, been praying for you. Hope everything goes okay.
And the Ford is the Ford.
I can't believe he actually said that sitting on this property.
No, Ruby's in the woods. We have.
Yep, he's in the woods. That's right.
We got advice from a Ford fella
Yeah,
about
he said sell it.
what to do to help her out and how to get her running again.
Wow, that's great, Laura.
Absolutely.
That'd be some good times.
This is, yeah. Yeah, the prosthetic. My uncle had one, and then he had to get another prosthetic because yeah, he got his other leg, but that's just him. I know other people are different. We'll be praying for you, though.
All the time. Where your cheering section, you can't right here.
Damn,
Take another one.
I am. Second one always fixes the first one. I'm about to get more clothes on out here. Yes, County.
Well, it's 57. It shouldn't be a problem.
So, put one sweatshirt on. I guess I need my hoodie.
Bring your
Yeah,
car.
you're laughing. You ain't out here yet.
Do you need your Carhartt?
Get in my car. Listen to it.
You have it in there. I think.
Well, I just thought if you
I'm gonna go down there about Wayne's Water Wells and put a roadblock in.
Huh?
That's right. Yeah, it's all here. Stage trailers here. Dooner, or otherwise known as the Moritz. And of course, Maxie's here. That'd be the Goosebug. You gotta get the names right there, Miss Q.
Home away from home.
Oh, and they're shooting on the other mountain over there. I'm not sure what they're shooting at.
well, they don't need a reason to. They just do.
Don't tempt me. I don't need a reason either.
Yeah. Lack of ammunition.
Yeah, that's the only one. Anybody got any 32 shells out there? I'm desperate. I need some 32 brass. But
That's what happens when you buy the best gun in the case. And
What was that?
that was something that came up that shouldn't have. When you're
it wasn't me. I had my lighter in my hand, was turning my volume up.
see, it's
I
your
pushed the button on the phone for the volume, and that started. It's like, what? I don't think that was the right button.
No, I was looking for something that I had pulled up.
No, Laura, we didn't have to leave it all behind, but we'd had to make another agreement, sign another lease, and so on. But everything was done. Everything was accomplished according to plan, considering there was 2 people working on it. We'll just leave that right there. And the landlord's happy. We're happy. Everybody's happy. We're moving on to the next adventure, and we're taking 1776 Camp Freedom with us wherever we go. Just that simple. So we didn't leave Camp Freedom. We brought it with us.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything left behind. It was everything that we took in there was taken out to the satisfaction of the landowner. And it was an experience. And somebody looked me in the eye and asked me if I wanted to build a campground. That was a challenge. And Miss Q, and I guess Dustin too now, can vouch for what it means when I come up against a challenge. And some people, the only thing they can think about is the money that was spent. But the money that was spent was nothing compared to what we got out of it. The 1 year that we spent doing it, the camaraderie that we had with the people that showed up to help, the friendships, and actually people we feel like are part of the family now because they're serious patriots. The Martinsburg area and East Berkeley County is very patriotic. It's very, very much Republican. You'll see and hear very few anything except Trump people, as far as most of the people we were around and associated with. So that was a great jump off point for Ms. Q and I to learn what it is to build a campground, since that's something that we'd already been looking at quite a few years ago. Back about 7 years ago, we were in the process of either trying to be caretakers for a campground or own one. And then life, little thing called life, jumped up, and we took care of what life gave us. And we're now at the end of that road. We're ready to take on a new road, which is going to be to go west, something that we've had planned for quite a few years. Clear back to about 09, I guess, 2009. And get to, I guess, I'll scoot up and get the camera so you can see both.
Yeah.
There she is. She made it outside. But it's all changed. It's all good, all for the best. Nobody's been put out or doing without or anything else. We feel very blessed to have had the experience, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot of things not to do.
Yeah.
And then a lot more of things to do as we journey on to the next location, which, as Ms. Q explained earlier, it's not just going to be a campground, it's going to be a gold mining situation. And if we secure the right property, which is what we're looking at, it'll be very large property, up well over 100 acres. And just a little something for everybody to keep in mind. We're not building a camp this time. We're going to build a town.
With a gold mine.
I'll let you talk. You can explain all that mess.
Well, we have certain criteria of what we're looking for. We're looking for either gold property close to a campground that we can buy, a campground that has gold, that's in a state that has gold.
Right, that's the first requirement. It's got to be in the right state.
Colorado has a real nice one, but
There we go with the Colorado again.
but they want $3 million for that one, so I think we'll have.
Well, yeah, our favorite one's, of course, $3 million.
Or
That'll be for a later date.
Yeah, we're looking for gold property that you're allowed to build buildings on, because most gold claims are owned by the government because they're on federal land. So you can't build anything on it.
Laura, you can count on that. You don't have to wonder. I know where Nebraska is. I've run Interstate 80 many times.
Yeah. And one way, either going east or going west, we can run through.
Oh, yeah, we would, not can. We will. That's a definite. We're going to do our best to catch up with all of our regulars, even some folks down in Florida way.
Yeah.
One of these minutes. That's the beauty of the original Camp Freedom being completed, is that we are now free to travel and visit, along with getting the next phase of Camp Freedom and Oral Expeditions combined.
Yeah, we're
Fired up.
We're visiting with our friends and family and looking for new property. So we're killing two birds with one stone here.
Oh, 3 birds with 1 stone.
Oh yeah, you forgot.
Well, I don't forget him.
You're the one that said it.
No, I meant looking for the ground and a place for the new camp. But yes, Dustin has generously offered to travel with us, so he'll be traveling with us.
Yeah. Well, you got to put a little more icing on that cake.
Well, you've always been the tall tale teller.
But that ain't tall tales. You got to tell it.
Well, you've always I do it on paper. You
I
do
don't
it
want to
in
admit
person.
to it.
Wait,
So what?
What's going on now? I'm generally.
You just hush. This is about you. You need to be quiet for a minute. No, the fact is that Dustin has joined our family. I'm be happy to say that. Very proud to have him as a member of the immediate family now.
Yeah.
So where we go, Dustin goes.
If he wants to.
And Buddy.
And
Can't forget Buddy.
You see, cleaning himself right now.
If Dustin decides he wants to go his own way, he'll be free to do that anytime, any place.
And no, that doesn't mean we're going to drop it in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but we ain't signing adoption papers either.
No. Barry can keep him, but he's family. Well, I like Barry.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Barry's
mind having
Barry's
Barry in
great.
the family.
Oh yeah. Consider him, I guess, what, brother-in-law?
I don't know how that would
What
go.
would that be? Me and Barry have to sit down and figure it out.
See, that would.
He's probably
just
on there listening.
imagine.
A short tail
Just-
cousins or something.
Just imagine growing up with wiry and crazy. Uh-oh.
I think he just called you crazy.
No, my dad.
No,
Oh,
he was talking about Barry.
okay. I thought he meant me and you. I got wiry covered.
Yes, and of course, Buddy. And Buddy has his first doctor's visit tomorrow. So,
Didn't have that one on there.
yeah,
Out here.
I'll have to go in and change that. I don't think I can change it from out here. Hi,
Thank
Richard.
you, Laura. Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Yep, we've been on the gold trail for quite a few years. Got real serious about it in 13. And that's when our World Expeditions actually came about while I was still driving truck in 2012 or 11. Yeah, 2011. And one thing led to another, from trucking to gold mining. Now gold mining has gotten expanded into acquiring what we've always wanted, which is a large plot of land with gold on it.
Well, gold and silver is real money. And the 11 Westerns, I mean, we have gold and gemstones on the East Coast.
Mhm.
And the West Coast, the 11 Western states has gold, gemstones, silver, plus other minerals like lead, molybdenum, tungsten. You know, that's where all your minerals are coming from for your heavy industry. Yeah, Laura, if that's a designation you want, we always need an eccentric family member.
Actually, I kind of figured she's putting wiring crazy together. That's what I figured he was doing.
I'll give you a story. You guys might find this interesting too.
Is it
Patriotic.
PG?
That's PG.
Okay.
Just checking. Always got to wonder.
So I guess you would say my loyalty comes from the apple doesn't fall from the tree. Or fall far from the tree. It's cold. Man,
Nippy.
it was nippy.
Bit nippy.
So my dad had a friend in high school, and people were picking at him, keeping it people. Father got in between. This is where the loyalty is. And said, "You want to pick on him? You're going to pick on me." What I'm getting at is, I said it from day one, and I'll say it from day end to both of you.
Pay attention.
You guys got my loyalty.
Well, thank you.
I know that. I've known that for a year. I knew it before you knew it.
You have been a tremendous help
Yes, yeah.
for in everything that we've been doing.
I would have never done what we accomplished in camp without you. So
That's for sure.
if it had been just me, my back would have been give out about mid-June, 1st of July at the latest, probably even sooner. I wouldn't have been able to be down there through the winter by myself. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of big reasons for Dustin to be here.
Hi, Christy B.
Yeah,
That's right, Christy.
That's right.
We needed each other.
he's an honorary Q now.
Rudy's cute. There you go.
Newest Q. That even
Rudy's cute.
Buddhist Q.
That's our wrestler name.
Yeah. Ready for WWE now.
Norman McMahon will sign you up, son. We get all that extra money when you get to be a big star. Just remember, you want to go after the biggest, baddest one first. That's the way to do it. That's how you impress them.
No
But-
crying here, Mama Jan.
But I think we're going to have an interesting September.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun September with lots of mileage. People think it's crazy that we have almost 40,000 miles on the blue.
45.
Yep, 45 already.
Almost.
Almost 50, then I guess I should say. In less than 14 months, 15
Yeah.
months.
We bought him in May last year.
Well, we have a little nitro sitting over here. Dodge made that one too. And it's got just a shade under 300,000 miles.
276.
That'll give you an idea what kind of traveling we do when we say we're going to go gold mining. Because a lot of those miles on that nitro was from gold mining.
We put 43,000 miles on it in 1 year.
That wasn't even counting the paper route.
No, that wasn't even the paper route.
So yeah, we're well versed in what we're about to go do. It's not like we're jumping off a cliff and trying something brand new for the first time. It's a matter of going back to something that we're very used to and have a lot of knowledge about. And Dustin hangs on the way he is. We got to make sure he has the knowledge and be able to pass them on also.
Yeah.
I ain't going
And I said, hang on for a reason. He seems to think he can keep up with me. We'll see.
I haven't broke down yet.
I said, we'll see. We'll see. It insinuates future.
Even though I was down for a little bit, you guys remember I had a hiccup with my left knee twice.
Yeah.
I was still there. I was still busting ass.
Yeah. He was still getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to put gas in that generator.
No, it was like about 3 o'clock. He'd already been up twice. Or 3 times. But we're all excited to be here and doing it. And we're hoping that y'all are as excited too, because now we'll be able to just, instead of sitting around talking to you on the live stream, we'll be able to arrange coming to visit.
And take you with us.
That's for those of you that want us to visit. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Lurker alert.
Yellow Rose opened
The
the
Rose laid out the computer for a minute.
letting out of the garage. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go through Amarillo.
Absolutely. There's a steak there I want to watch Dustin eat.
And I can. I know I can.
72 ounces. In case anybody's wondering, that's 5 pounds of grade A beef.
Plus ranch beef,
Plus all the extra.
fries and bread and salad. And,
What do they call that place?
I drink
Big
water.
Tex or something.
yeah.
If I drink water and not eat anything for the whole day, I'll be able to eat that steak.
I believe it. I ain't saying I doubt it.
Me and my
I've seen him eat.
Me and my father have a lot in common. And one thing in common, we are the bottomless pits. Unfortunately, he doesn't. His metabolism's a lot faster than mine.
So after all of our big announcements, any questions or concerns, comments,
Yeah.
complaints?
And I do have a new, I could
New one.
a new newsletter
New newsletter. Okay.
from the National Institute for Constitutional Studies.
Sweet.
And yes, I'll go inside where it's a little quieter to read it.
I might have to join you because I don't want to put on another coat.
Hi, Slim. Hope Charlene's doing all right.
I got my computer in there, so
Which means I have to mute mine.
I can last a little longer out here. I want to get it in the neck.
Okay. You need your other coat or a hoodie?
I'm good.
Okay.
For all aluminum stove.
Don't mind this hot-blooded creature here.
Yeah, when we say Dustin's a hot mess, we mean that in a good way. The boy never gets cold.
And it's literal.
Oh, there's times I get cold.
So you did a great job setting up for the first front yard party. I see we got 17 for the first front yard party. That's cool. A couple of faces we haven't seen in a while. That's even better. There's Slim. Good to see you, brother. I know Charlene's sitting there too if you're there.
I'd say about 29 degrees is my limit.
We're doing we was actually talking there the other night. Well, it was actually last night. Since we're gonna be doing a lot of traveling, there's going to be some time allotted to the travel schedule for a trip down to the southeast. Because there's a certain river in Alabama that I still want to do some more dredging in on the Tallapoosa. And that ain't too awful far from the state of Florida. So there's a real good chance that the whole expedition thing will be ending up taking some time off in the panhandle of Florida, and hard to tell where else. We might find a beach or something to go to. And Mama Jan, no bonfire tonight, but that don't mean that we won't have one later next time. I didn't check the cardboard fire; it's still burning.
Yeah.
We did have the fire, but it wasn't a bonfire.
Hi, Charlene. Yeah, we're just clearing out
Hi, Charlene.
from the basement. Okay, here we go. When he runs off, he's supposed to bring his phone with him. But yeah, this is from the newsletter we get. It's like every 2 weeks from the National Center for Constitutional Studies, where you can also buy your pocket constitutions. And their newsletter is called The Weekly Constitution. And the one for August the 30th had an article in it called The Vital Role of Founding Principles in Society. In the intricate tapestry of human knowledge and societal structures, principles emerge as the bedrock upon which understanding, progress, and cohesion are built. From the time we first learned that 2 + 2 = 4, to the advanced scientific theories that propel our technological advancements, principles form the underlying constraints, the underlying constants that guide our world. Just as the laws of mathematics and physics provide a dependable framework for the natural world, principles hold equal significance in the realm of governance and politics. These guiding principles provide the necessary foundation upon which we construct deeper insights. They instill in us the ability to think critically, analyze situations, and make informed decisions. Just as a structure cannot stand without a sturdy base, a society cannot thrive without a clear comprehension of its foundational properties. In the arena of governance, principles stand as the bedrock upon which prosperous and free nations build their constitutions, laws, and systems. The founding fathers of the United States understood this fundamental truth when they articulated the principles that would underpin their fledgling nation. These governmental principles, such as the protection of individual unalienable rights and the separation of powers, were meticulously crafted to ensure a just and equitable society. Their significance, however, extends far beyond historical narratives as they continue to shape the world in which we live today. Understanding these principles not only offers insight into the past, but equips us with the tools to address the complexities of modern governance and navigate the intricate challenges of our contemporary society. As societies evolve, the principles upon which they are built become the guiding compass that shapes their structure and function. Governmental principles, in particular, serve as the architectural blueprint for the establishment of just and functional societies. These principles, often rooted in the collective wisdom of history and philosophy, offer a framework that ensures the protection of individual and collective freedom. If these principles are not understood and valued by the populace, history has shown that the erosion of individual rights and freedoms will always follow. Uneducated citizens tend to be apathetic, lack engagement, and are less likely to vote, all which weakens the fabric of societal justice and individual rights. Citizens become susceptible to authoritarian ideologies that promise stability and security in exchange for individual freedoms. This often leads to the rise of leaders or regimes that concentrate power and suppress dissent. Leaders begin to promise stimulus programs and other incentives to buy votes. This leads to unequal social divisions, polarizations, sectarianism, and the breakdown of social cohesion. As the populace becomes further distanced from the principles of effective governance and more entwined in government programs, the ability to hold leaders accountable becomes increasingly difficult. This results in poor policy outcomes, corruption, and inefficient governance. Sounds familiar? Then, in direct defiance of the majority, governments enact policies that infringe upon personal freedom and trample on individual rights. Foundational principles often have historical context and lessons attached to them. If people do not understand their history and the principles that guided their nation's development, they may be more prone to repeating mistakes of the past. In the crucible of revolutionary fervor, the founding fathers of the United States embarked on a remarkable journey to define a new nation, one firmly rooted in principles that would safeguard the rights and liberties of its citizens. These remarkable visionaries understood that a robust republic required the solid foundation of clear and enduring principles. The principles embraced by America's founding fathers laid the cornerstone for the U.S. Constitution, a document that has endured through centuries as a testament to the power of principled governance. At the heart of this foundational document were principles that not only reflected the spirit of the times, but transcended them, providing a blueprint for a government by the people, for the people. Let's look at just two of these important principles. Unalienable rights, the recognition that certain rights are inherent to every individual by virtue of their humanity and revolutionary concept. This principle, based on the belief in natural law, formed the basis for the protection of citizens' unalienable rights, setting a precedent of a new kind of republic. The separation of powers. The founding fathers understood the dangers of unchecked power, and they incorporated the principle of the separation of powers to prevent any one branch of government from becoming tyrannical. By distributing authority among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, they created a system of checks and balances. In the tapestry of human history, the recognition of unalienable rights represents a profound evolution in the understanding of human dignity and the foundations of a free society. This principle, rooted in the concept of natural law, fundamentally redefined the relationship between individuals and their governing institutions. The essential nature of the unalienable rights in a free society lies in their ability to safeguard individuals' autonomy, ensure justice, and create a foundation for a just and equitable republic. Unalienable rights are not granted by governments, they are intrinsic to human beings by virtue of their creator. Rooted in natural law, right reason, and agreement with nature, these rights are seen as inherent to every individual, regardless of societal constructs. This recognition marked a radical departure from the prevailing understanding at the time, where rights were often granted or revoked by those in power. Unalienable rights are a bulwark against the infringement of individual autonomy. In a free society, individuals possess the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These rights underscore the notion that individuals have the authority to make choices about their lives, guided by their own values and aspirations, without unwarranted interference from the government. This protection of individual autonomy not only upholds personal dignity, but also nurtures an environment where diverse perspectives can flourish. Unalienable rights further serves as the bedrock of justice and equality. When every individual is recognized as possessing inherent rights, it becomes imperative for societies to treat all citizens with fairness and impartiality. This principle challenges discriminatory practices and calls for equitable treatment under the law, fostering an environment where each person is afforded the same rights and protections, regardless of their background or status. The concept of unalienable rights formed the cornerstone of a new type of republic, one founded on the principle that government derives its just powers from the consent of the governed. In this paradigm, governments are established to secure these unalienable rights, and its legitimacy hinges on the ability to do so. This truth shifts the relationship between citizens and government from one of submission to one of partnership, where the government becomes a servant rather than a master and serves to protect the rights of the people who created it. The recognition and protection of unalienable rights revolutionized the understanding of human freedom and dignity. Their essential role in a free society lies in their capacity to uphold individual autonomy, ensure justice, and form the bedrock of a just and equitable republic. As societies continue to evolve, the principle of unalienable rights serves as a constant reminder that a society built upon the recognition and protection of the individual rights is one that nurtures human potential, fosters civic engagement, and preserves the essence of a truly free way of life. Yes, please don't forget to foster that civic engagement in this election year. The principle behind the separation of powers is also based on natural law, which tells us that it is natural for humans to draw power to themselves. The law of cause and effect. When you do cause something to happen, it affects everything around you. Thus, the U.S. Constitution is designed to prevent the concentration of power through a system of checks and balances. This system divides government authority among three separate branches: the legislative, the executive, and judicial, each with its own distinct powers and responsibilities. The intention behind this division is to ensure that no single branch becomes too dominant or capable of abusing its authority. Here's how the Constitution was designed to achieve this. The separation of the Constitution clearly delineates the powers and functions of each branch of government. The legislative branch, Congress, is responsible for making laws. The executive branch, the president, enforces the laws, and the judicial branch, the courts, interprets the laws. This separation prevents any one branch from accumulating all three powers, which could lead to tyranny. The concept of checks and balances empowers each branch to limit the actions of all the other branches. Each branch has certain powers that allows it to oversee and influence the action of the other branches. For instance, Congress can pass laws, but the president can veto them. However, Congress can override a veto with a 2/3 majority vote. The president can appoint judges to federal courts, but the appointments require Senate confirmation. The that's Coda showing the couch.
Now, when you get back to 4. I put that one down there on purpose.
Yeah. The Constitution also incorporates shared powers that require cooperation between the branches. For example, treaties negotiated by the president requires Senate approval. The power to declare war rests with the Congress, while the president serves as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The Constitution provides mechanisms for removing officials who abuse their power. The House of Representatives can impeach federal officials, including the president, for high crimes and misdemeanors. If impeached, the Senate conducts a trial, and if found guilty, the official can be removed from office. Not will be, can be. Term limits and elections. Regular elections and term limits for various offices prevent the accumulation of power. Not anymore. Presidents are limited to 2 terms, and members of Congress are subject to periodic re-election. Federalism, the division of power between the federal government and state governments, acts as another check on power concentration. States retain certain powers, preventing the national government from becoming overly centralized. The Bill of Rights. The inclusion of the Bill of Rights, a set of prohibitions against the national government, protects individual citizens from potential abuses of power by the government. These rights include freedom of speech, assembly, the right to bear arms, protection from unreasonable searches and seizures, and other important rights. By establishing this intricate system of checks and balances, the U.S. Constitution aims to prevent any one branch or individual from accumulating unchecked power. This design reflects the Founding Fathers' commitment to creating a government that safeguards liberty, respects the rule of law, and ensures the collective welfare of the nation. This article has only addressed 2 of many important principles that are essential for maintaining a free society. These principles offer a timeless framework for addressing complex issues, safeguarding individual liberties, and fostering the growth that comes from stable governance. Understanding these principles not only honors the legacy of the Founding Fathers, but equips us with the tools to navigate the complexities of modern governance and preserve the ideals upon which individual freedom is built.
Reading it on your phone?
Yeah.
Reading the book.
No, this is the weekly newsletter from the National Center for Constitutional Studies. And if you would like, you too can subscribe to the newsletter.
I'll put it out. I know that is.
She hasn't smoked in 16 days. I'm sure she is going crazy. But yeah, check out.
I'm not going to be, how do they say it?
Her temptation, her bad influence.
No, the enabler.
Enabler. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I quit one time for 9 months, and that was back when I was still smoking commercial cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then then we went to a place called Cancun, and people invited us out to dinner, and the guy that invited us out to dinner handed out cigars to anybody that wanted one. And even though I was a non-smoker of cigarettes, I was still thought I was a smoker of Cuban cigars.
It's hard to
Can't
do.
pass one up.
It's hard to do one or the other. Yeah.
You ain't sitting in a room with somebody smoking a Cuban and not have one too.
Oh no, I even had one.
So that led from the Cuban cigar at dinner to sneaking out on the balcony later that night and smoking the Mexican Marlboros out of the refrigerator.
The mini fridge.
So Miss Q wouldn't find out I was smoking again. Actually, that night I was this experiment.
Oh, okay.
And it was too. It was one of them deals where you take a hit and you like half the world disappears. I think they call it gray out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the
We're on
overload.
the fourth floor balcony.
From the overloaded nicotine in your system.
Yeah, we're on the fourth floor balcony. The building looks like a bunker. So if I'd have fell, nobody had found me for 6 months.
Yeah. Laura says she's living vicariously through you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's okay since you can't smell it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a smell thing. But I do have something that's much better, and I wouldn't be able to understand much of why anybody would give about cannabis.
Yes, well, they're changing that from the schedule it's on from Schedule 3.
They're going to deschedule it. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, they're going to put it right up there with Tylenol with codeine,
And you
and
know why? You know why it's staying on the schedule?
so they can control it
Control it and tax
and
it.
tax it. That's right.
You get a higher tax on medicine than you do on
Yeah,
recreational cannabis.
yeah,
Why do you think they're keeping the medicinal side of things in the states where it's recreational too?
yeah.
Because they make more money that way. It's all about the money. They don't care about somebody getting high on cannabis. All they care about is the money. And before it was legalized in different states, it was still about the money because the cops only busted you to make more money.
Well,
They
sure,
didn't
because
care about
there was
safety concerns and all the things that people said was a problem with it.
there was the bond you posted, and then there was the fine you paid, and
Well, and it's Sanjay Gupta was on CNN earlier today. I was taking a break and flipping through the channels and caught his interview on CNN about it.
actually, he's the only person on CNN worth listening to.
And,
But
yeah, simply because 10 years ago he came clean and admitted that he was wrong about cannabis,
yeah,
that it did have medicinal value and it didn't have any business on any schedule. That's what he said 10 years ago. Today, this morning, he stood up to that and said the same thing. He said 10 years ago I said it, today I'll say it. It doesn't need a schedule. It is a simple medicinal plant that grows practically anywhere. You don't need to tend to it. You don't need to fertilize it. It's true that if you do, it grows better and stronger and more medicinal. But cannabis grows anywhere. I mean, if there's a climate for it where it's the season and the right season for it, it'll grow.
you can throw it out seeds out along the shoulder of the road.
And that makes it in a little thing called the weed family. And that's not a pun. Just plain old weed. But that's funny because I said it too. The guy that was on, or the woman that was on CNN made the weed pun
Yeah,
when Sanjay was
yeah, yeah. She thought she was so
And
cute.
then she said, "Oh, I didn't mean to make a pun." Yeah, right. You're on national news and you didn't mean to say something. Right.
And that's the truth, Shirlene. People just that don't have friendships like they used to. They just, it's like everything else, microwave.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Things, the new phase got bumped up to my lane. Travel and entertainment. Yeah. So all I can say is everybody needs to make sure you hang on for the ride. It's about to get intense. Miss Q knows. She's been there. She let me go by myself gold mining in 2013.
I have white hair. It's all his fault.
And that little
Oh, boy.
laying on the beanbag chair, hard rock, he was born the same day that I left here in Garrett County. He was born in a little place called Columbia, California, on the same day in a gold miner family. And it turns out 9 months later, I found myself in Columbia, California. And one thing led to another, and I was able to adopt this little fart right here, known as Bubba Hard Rock, which is a long cry from this original name, which was Rocky. We don't say that name very much here.
Oh
Good,
no!
back to sleep.
Now this is a picture.
Yeah, that's why I put it on there.
No, not that picture.
What?
Look where Betty is.
Yeah?
You might have to actually look. All you can see is the top of his head.
Buddy.
Yeah. Look to your right.
I didn't even know he's in the same room.
Buddy has this phobia about
We talked
flies.
about him.
And we have this huge mid-century 1959 stereo in the living room. So, and it has a blanket over it to keep it from getting banged up. He hides under the Grundig to get away from the flies. So seeing him out here laying in one of the dog beds is amazing.
That was really cool,
Yeah.
Even if it was only for a couple of minutes. Now you kept saying, "Look at Buddy," and I was looking at.
You were looking to
screen
picture.
trying to figure out what it was. Like, okay, is he hanging out in the window or what?
Well, it's getting too cold for the flies to fly, so
Flies will be dead soon.
yeah.
That's the only good thing about winter. The bugs die. Oh, except the ants, they try to get inside.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun being back on stream, on air.
And we're going to do some daytime stuff so everybody can get a chance to see what's going on in the front yard, among other places.
Yeah, right now it's the front yard.
But the plan is we'll go ahead and just put it forward one more time since it's at the end of the show instead of the beginning. And that is that in very near future, date to be determined. We're going to be jumping in Blue and probably another vehicle and heading westerly bound well across Big Muddy.
Yeah.
To the state of Nevada, where we've been a couple. Actually, I've been 6 years looking at the patent claim.
Ever since, actually, it's probably been closer to 8 ever since
years,
we got back.
About 8 years, I've been looking at a thing called. I can hear me better now.
Oh, I heard you all right before.
That was still your mic.
Yeah.
Or else the phone. I think the phone. Yeah, the phone's muted. And we are. What I've been looking at for that long, 8 years, is something called a patented gold claim. And I'll save you having to Google what patented gold claim means. It's a simple explanation. There's 2 types of claims. And claims only happen where there's Bureau of Land Management property, which is actually the illegal property that the government claims to own.
Yeah, the government's not supposed to own property.
But as it stands, Bureau of Land Management, or also known as BLM, we don't usually use the letters right these days because of those other people that use them. But they allow you to go out and stake a claim if you make a discovery of gold, like we did in Central Arizona. We went out with another guy that knew what he was doing and showed us how to do it. We got the discovery on it. We placed the post in the right place for a 20-acre claim using GPS, and then the paperwork and the money was submitted to the Bureau of Land Management. And for 1 year, that was our gold claim, 20 acres. Now, what a simple gold claim is one where you own the mineral rights only. You don't own the land. You're not allowed to build any permanent structures on it, but you are allowed to apply for whatever permits it takes to do mining on that land. as part of your mineral claim, and that's called a simple claim. Now, back up until I got to look the year up to be exact. I keep guessing. I think it was late '80s, early '90s when the last patent was made.
95, I believe.
I believe it was '90s. The last gold property was patented, and they said there wasn't going to be any more patents made, and they stuck to it because there's only a limited number out there. They number in the thousands, and there's quite a few that come up for sale. Most of them are very small pieces of property. They're 2 or 3, 4, 5 acres. Once in a great while, a famous mine that's associated with a patented claim comes up for sale. Now, here's where it gets real interesting. Patented claim means that you own the land and the mineral rights. And it also means that you can build structures on that land. And you can build towns on that land if it's big enough and enough land. You can build whatever you want because it's your land. And just so happens, because gold is, some people may not understand this, being at 1900 plus an ounce, but gold is extremely cheap right now. Extremely cheap. Got to add a 0 or 2 to the price. But and it should be, because of how high it is to most people. $1,900 an ounce seems like a lot of money, but when I say it's extremely cheap, it means that gold should be somewhere between $80,000 and $90,000 an ounce, and silver should be somewhere along the lines of $20,000 to $30,000 an ounce. This is where those two metals should be if the little thing called the central bank had not interfered with those prices. That's for another day. Another story, another day. Check out Creature from Jekyll Island.
Right.
But anyway, what we've been lucky that we've got the opportunity to not look at just one large patented claim, but the state of Nevada right now has quite a few, upwards of 3 or 4 patented claims that are over 100 acres. So that's why we have decided we're going to, in the very near future, matter of days, I would say, we'll be headed west, taking the 1776 Camp Freedom / World Expedition Caravan to the state of Nevada and have a look-see at what's going on with at least 2 or 3 of these patented mines and see if it's of interest enough for us to purchase as our permanent location.
And one of them was once a mining town.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell about that.
And the buildings were in place until the 30s. The woman that owns it now, says there was a fire that went through in the 30s and took out all the wooden buildings. But
she sent us pictures of it.
She sent us some really great pictures from 1908.
1908 and 1899.
Yeah. Dun Glen, Mama Jan, close to Mill City.
Mill City. If you find Mill City along I-80, you're real close. You're about 30 miles away. 30 miles to the mine.
And then the other one is about 450 miles south of that, close to Alamo.
90 miles, about 90 miles north of Vegas.
Yeah, on Mount Irish.
If you want a Walmart close by, that's the one you want to get. It's only going to be, your Walmart will only be 90 miles away as opposed to 150 miles. Nevada's a big state. A lot of people don't ever realize.
Yeah, it's like Texas. It's huge.
When you look at it on the map, that little thing you see that's shaped like the state of Nevada, in comparison to the other states, it's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
It's
from
big.
mile marker 1 to the last mile marker in Texas is 835 miles.
Well,
Nevada's almost
north
at.
of Nevada, I think, is 720.
It's almost as bad.
It's hard to say because it's all 2 lane.
That's right. The gold well's going with us. That's why we're taking Maxie with us to haul.
I know who that is.
Yeah, Maxie's hauling the camping equipment and the
I guess that's Joe, right?
gold mining equipment. Well, let's see.
Gotta be Joe.
Yes, I hear the
Joe
dryer.
or Carrot Coat, one or the other.
I hear the dryer calling my name.
I think it's past Carrot Coat's bedtime.
Joe, hi Joe. Yeah, we used the gold well. We brought home some dirt from Georgia, and the gold well performed beautifully.
Yes, it did. Oh, let me show you how beautiful. Actually, that one doesn't do any justice.
Well, here, let's put you on solo.
No, it's get on the phone. Put the phone on so
Okay.
Well, let's get out here and interrupt old Bubba's nap over there. There's old Bubba dog.
Yeah, Rock is sleeping on a bean bag.
Yeah, I gotta get on my knees and find my camera. There it is.
There you go. We're getting the glare from the light.
Woo!
That's the picker and nugget vial.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great, Joe.
If we're doing that's gonna break the bottle.
Yeah. Joe said he'd get us.
Dustin pass out or what?
He'd get us. Joe said he'd get us the high banker.
How about good? Sweet. Oh, Joe, go ahead. Since I got you on the chat room here instead of the phone, the text. Go ahead and whip us up a 6-inch or two. I need one like Bernie's, like the one Bernie had. 6 foot or 6-inch and 5 foot. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get one. Get the big one out of here, guys. Instead of just shaking into the glass.
Now be careful.
On my hand.
Yeah, 6 inches by 4 foot.
The 6-inch, yeah, that's what the Bernie had. That's a good one to run in a stream. 12-inch, kind of tough to run in the stream.
It takes a lot of water. It takes a lot of stream.
Hey, Joe, I'm proud to announce this one was caught. This one was caught in the gold well. We got to see this one go clink in the gold well. I can get cold without dropping it. It's hard to hold. It's a flat nugget. So it's not hard to hold. You get the idea.
Yeah.
We'll lay him right there. This is my favorite. It ain't hard to hold.
Yeah, Charmaine, there's your favorite color.
Yeah, that one's really rough gold. It's like wire gold almost. Real rough texture. The other one, everything else is smooth.
Oh,
We'll do it this way. We'll put this one back into here. Then we'll put it here.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll change the view here. Okay.
I'll see if I can get this to this without dropping anything.
Yeah, there you go.
oh,
It does just pass out. Okay.
Yellow Rose said that looks like one she lost. Where did you say you found it?
Looks like what?
A nugget she lost.
Actually, it's a whole handful of little mini nuggets. Okay, I'm getting him down on the rock. That'll work.
We got that at Dahlonega, Georgia, at the Chris and Mine.
Yeah, we cheated and bought some later,
Yeah.
but it was just so you get warmed up for the real deal coming up. Had to remind myself of the book and sounded like.
Yeah. The next
Hard needed to reacquaint himself with its nose because he can smell it.
Yeah.
Very few people don't believe that, but it's true. I got video proof.
Oh, Joe says he has the stream flare for the 6-inch.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, the shovel head.
Yeah, the shovel head.
That'll work. We'll put it to work for you, Joe. We'll get you a good video.
Just let us know the details.
Oh, by the way, this hour brought to you by Goldwell Sleuths. Go over to Facebook and ask Joe what it's all about.
Yeah. tell him we're on policy.
You don't have to. He's right here.
Yeah. Charlene says she thought that nugget was hers.
It might be. It might be any. It could be anybody. It's hard to tell. You know, I've been known to have contests.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't had one in a long time. And speaking of contests, we've got a whole house full of stuff. We got a storage unit full of stuff. We got 2 sheds full of stuff, a basement full of stuff, and an attic half full of stuff. Did somebody say giveaway?
Well, I wanted to have a yard sale during Autumn Glory, but we won't.
We got Labor Day coming up. Just got to set up some tape.
Yeah.
Get Dustin's RV out of the yard.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey, what do
Dustin's
you
out
mean
of
my
his
RV?
RV in the front yard. I ain't figured that one out.
Well, it makes for a good insulation between us and the road noise.
You don't get right here. You don't get hardly anything.
Yeah. Since
No,
we
we
parked
get all
all
that.
since it looks like a used trailer lot out in the front yard, we hardly hear any noise from the road.
I guess people still think that I'm Republic Road Real.
Oh no, this
No.
is Dustin. This is not
This is
Josh.
Josh, it's Dustin. Yeah.
Yes. The real time media.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're-
man, I don't see Josh. Mama
Yeah.
Jane, you get ready. 'Cause we're going gold mining when we get to California.
and Tim, no,
Oh,
that's
we was
the
doing that. I mean,
that's the real time media.
we're gonna get Mama Jane down to Stanislaus.
Oh, we'll have to go to an Italian bar because
That's where the Stanislaus is.
we can't stop at Stumble Down anymore.
So wait, I heard about the Tallapoosa.
Well, you don't know they might have it cleaned up time to get there. I hope if they don't, I'll volunteer to do it.
No, we're talking about.
Airport John, me and him figured it out.
He's talking about taking Mama Jan gold mining.
Yeah.
We have to go to California for that.
We'll be in your neck of the wood, Mama Jan.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
thank you,
welcome,
Scooter.
Good to see you. Okay, Joe, I see that. That'll work. I'll be here probably cleaning up the front yard.
Trying to figure out where to put all the stuff.
Like we said, we could leave it for Nevada next year. We said we could leave once the front yard is done.
Well, let's see.
February.
The dogs are getting vet checked. The truck's going in for maintenance
Mhm.
for an oil change and
I got to do maintenance on the trailer.
a good looking over and maintenance on a trailer. Oh, we have a storage unit that's full of stuff too that you need to go get rid of some of the stuff so we can put no more stuff in it.
More stuff. Where do you get more stuff? I just named off there with the place we got to put stuff.
Well, you
And
said
it's full.
you were going to clean up and tighten up the storage unit
So I can put the trailer full of stuff
in the
inside.
store. That's right.
We got a storage unit big enough I can back a trailer into it. Matter
Mama,
of fact, we'll put the Dooner in it.
He
It'll
won't.
hold 25 pieces.
He won't fit, will he?
Yeah.
Huh?
It'll be tight.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'd have to get Todd to move some of the junk out of the way.
I don't know if the garage door will fit him. That's Mama Jan just said let her know when.
Coming soon.
When in doubt,
Put it that way.
when in doubt,
It's like
Patriot
your
Q's
favorite
got
TV
this.
show, the new season coming soon. We're having a new season for 1776 Camp Freedom and the new kid on the block. Not so much new kid. Oro Expeditions.
Yep.
So you can call me Q, or you can call me Oro, or you can call me RJ, or you can call me RJ, or you gotta have no age on. Remember that commercial?
Yeah, Ray
Feature-
Johnson, rest in
Ray
peace.
J. Johnson.
Ray J.
Featuring
Johnson.
Brutus Q.
We're gonna get him a tattoo. Right here. Bruce Q.
Uh,
Now everybody know who he is if he takes his shirt off.
Yep. Just don't call him late for supper. That's right, Christy. Hey, he appreciates my cooking, so
Yeah.
that's
Well, and you also gotta give credit where credit's due. He's giving up a lot of bad eating habits.
yes.
We'll just leave it at bad eating habits. No need for detail.
Plus
Do what?
he's a big help in the
It
kitchen.
should. It should.
I was thinking of getting a tattoo that said Mexican and Jew. The Mexi Jew.
About it, that could be a Jew-Max too, right?
Is that like Tex-Mex?
J-Max, Jew-Max, Tex-Max. All right.
Before we denigrate too far here,
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I want to thank everybody that was with us this evening. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us and hanging with us. And,
Yes, Charlene, for sure. It's in the itinerary. We're just not sure of dates yet. But the itinerary locations, I'm going to say 80% of the itinerary locations have been chosen. The dates yet to be set.
yeah, we just have to figure if we're going north to south or south to north.
Well, like I said, we need to get out to whichever one of them gold mines we're going to get first, and then we'll go back here so I can say hi to Mom, and we can go north, catch the 3 states that you need to make the total 48.
Well, I hope you say hi to your mom before we go too.
Well, yeah, we're going to do that probably tomorrow. So tomorrow, next day.
Thank you, Christy. I need all the help I can get. Cool.
That'll work, Charlene. We might have, it's going to be probably 2 vehicles and 2 trailers. So
Yeah, Tim, he was a special man. Rest in peace.
I was saying that when I was muted.
avoid down.
Yeah, now try it again unmuted.
I got the honor to know him before he started with the convoy back in TPC.
Yes, unmute.
He is unmuted.
He's a really good man. I unmuted this time. I'm not going to say was, I'm going to say is. His spirit lives on.
That's right. And yeah, he is one person that when he died, he had his bucket list completed. He did what he wanted to do.
Well, he said that. He said,
when he wanted to do
I've
it.
done everything I want to do.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with him.
Talk about somebody who had no regrets, and he died when he wanted to and where he wanted to. We should all be so lucky.
I've got about 30 years of that doing what I want to do, so I'm pretty fortunate myself. Now I'm going back to gold mining, which is what I want to do. So
driving around in his beautiful rig, that was a beautiful rig he had.
this was.
Now we got to get a side by side, right?
His big truck.
No, I know, but now we got to
And
get a
Laura,
side by side.
we're thinking about you every day and
Absolutely.
pushing you for successful rehab.
I know everything will be just fine for you. That sounds like a great deal that you got into with that.
And we want to thank everybody that's with us, and we'll be letting you know when we're leaving and
Be sure
where
and
we're
check that. Be sure and check that like button and
like,
notification
subscribe.
and hit that bell where it says all. Actually, the bell says ding ding. But you know what I mean?
Like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
Oh, wait a minute.
And check out
One more.
madrepublic.com.
Wait a minute, he's got one more thing.
Oh, no, not that. One
Well, at
more
least-
thing.
It's not rolling cigarettes either. Well, that's good, Mama Jan. I always look forward to a good hug. Yes, Charlene, Tracy, absolutely. I remember
Yes,
Tracy
Brian and Tracy.
Convoy. And
May their memories
congratulations
live
to
on.
you. Yes, absolutely. Everybody, prayers for Laura and her recovery, or Laura and her recovery. We want to see her back on her feet and out there running marathons. I have no clue where he decided he needed to go.
Uh-oh, someone's knocking.
Thank you, Shirley.
I was the one knocking.
I hate to sit here and make dead air while we're waiting on him to figure out what he's doing.
Okay, then do 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 do.
Is this where you do the Jeopardy music? Oh,
Did you say we was all down?
yes, we're all done. Everybody be safe, be blessed.
Let people when they're all done, you can ring the bell.
More later.
More later. You just woke up the dogs. Love you. Bye.